Hello, this is Knittingbrow, and I wanted to give you an update on the progress for the Tahoe vest. And as you can see, I have finished the knitting, and I am getting ready to do the steeks, to cut the steeks. What I have done is I've used the crochet steek method, which is a way to secure the sides of two stitches together using a chain stitch with crochet. So once I do that, this is the front, I will cut it here, and the goal is that since I have correctly done my decreases, that it will open up so that I can then put my, I can actually put my neckline ribbing, and I will also be doing the same for the sleeves. A tip that I'm using the directions from Sweaters from Camp by Meg Swanson, which is available from Schoolhouse Press. I will link that. I don't know if it's available. It may be actually out of print. However, if you can get a copy of that, the techniques from Sweaters from Camp are actually very, very helpful. I was able to take an assessment of where I was with this. As you saw in the last video, I was a little panicked because I didn't know exactly where I was. I discovered with some measuring that all I needed to do was simply I did some short rows for the front to shape the shoulders. Thank you, Jared Flood, for the great directions for that in the Alberta vest. And then I went ahead and I did a Kitchener stitch on the Kitchener stitch for the top, so I think you can kind of see that. It actually turned out pretty well. A tip that I have is to actually go ahead for the crocheted steek, to go ahead and use a very light colored yarn to run a scrap piece of yarn. Use a needle and run a scrap piece of yarn in so that you can actually tell where you crochet to where you're going to cut. And then it was very easy for me to actually, what I did is when I crocheted, I held, you cannot see that. I actually crocheted like this so I could crochet the sides together, and it worked very, very nicely. You can see here, it looks good. What I did is I used the purple yarn, which I believe is a silky wool, which seemed to be strong enough. I used it as a single, whereas on the vest I was using it as a double so I could match the multicolor. I'm looking forward to this. Now, what I am going to do for the trim around the armholes and the neck, I am going to cast on using the purple, and then I'm going to do multiple rows of the hand spun, so it will look something like this. I do remember that I gauged for the pattern to have probably about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches of the ribbing. However, I will watch that, and then I will end with that with the purple as the bind off. So the Alberta pattern calls for a tubular cast off, I think, and I've never done one of those. So Tech Knitter linked to a blog that had a 2x2 rib, and I do want a 2x2 rib because for the trims up at the top, because I have a 2x2 rib on the bottom, and my 1x1 rib is just really very, very loose. So enjoy your colorful loops of daily living. What I will probably do is I will come back and show you my progress. So bye.